Hi everyone, welcome to this session on how to connect my Sahi Pro with my database. How to do it? Let us explore. To do this, first of all, I need a database. I have created a database and now question arises which database I have to use. I have to use the MySQL database. Like this, any database you can use, but here we have taken an example of MySQL database. So in this MySQL database, we have a database there with the name training. And in this training, we have table, and the name of the table is user info. And in this table, we have two columns with the name username and the password. And inside this, I'm having two rows, and you can see there the two rows. The first row is test, that is the username, followed by the secret as the password. Coming to the second row, we have a test2 as the username, followed by secret2 as my password. So with this, my database is ready, in the sense my table is ready in my database. And inside this database, I'm having my data, that is the information. So now, if I have to connect my Sahi script or Sahi Pro with my database, the most and foremost thing is you need a connector. That is the first and foremost thing you need. So for that, you have to download the MySQL connector from the internet and you have to put it in one folder. Which folder is that? And that is what I'm showing it to you. That folder should be present inside Sahi Pro. Inside Sahi Pro, there is something known as user data. In this user data, there is something known as extlib folder. Inside this connector should be presented. When you have this, you are ready to connect your Sahi Pro with your database. So to do this, I have to write a script for it. Let me do it. How is that? Let me see how to do it. So let me write a script for this, and this is how my script is looking like. You have a first instruction over there. The first instruction, I've used an API with the name getDB. And this getDB API is having 4 arguments. You can notice there. The first argument is which driver you are using. In this case, I'm using a JDBC driver, and that is what I have told there, jdbc.driver. Coming to the second argument, the second argument is within the string format, and that is your URL. And you can notice that URL is having in a certain format. What format is that? To start with, you have to speak about which API. Which API you're using here. It is a JDBC API that you should specify. Followed by JDBC API, you have to speak about with database. You have to speak about which database you are connecting with. You are connecting with MySQL database, and that is what I have told there. So followed by this database is present in which server you have to tell. So that IP address you should give. But in this case, this database is present in my local system itself. And that is why I have given their IP address as local host. Outstanding. With this, I have told my third argument. Before that third argument, you can notice there, what is the name of the database? The name of the database is training. And to that database, I am connecting my Sahi Pro. And that is what I have told there. So followed by, you have a third argument. You have to give the username of the database. So my username is root, that you should give there. So followed by the fourth argument. In the fourth argument, you have the password of the database. What password you have given for your database, that password you should give it there. That's it. If you have done this much, you are 99% ready to speak with your database. After doing this, I have to fire a query to my database now. So for that, you have to use an API there. In that API, you have to shoot a query. And that query, it totally depends on what you want. You want the information from the database, you have to shoot a query known as select. If you want to update, you have to tell update query. If you want to create, you have to tell create query. If you want to delete the information, then you have to delete the query. But in this example, I need an information from the database. So that is why select query I'm telling there. I'm shooting it, and my database will give me all the information which is present there. And now that information is reaching my logs. And if I open my logs and see all of the information from the database, I'm getting it in my logs. And this is how you can speak with the database and get the information with the help of Sahi Pro. So thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned.